Hello everyone and welcome back to John Flips Zoosa and Zoosa Plays and our team Zoosa's players who are ready for their final match of the season in Blood Bowl 2. And so far it's been a very successful season. We won our 14 first games and this last one is to make it an undefeated season. We probably already won the league, but let's make it a perfect season, okay? Now our catcher, Stallion, who was injured in the second to last game, is back for this final game, and I'm not going to fire him. He's been with us all season. Let's have him play this last game, and then he'll retire for good with his injured movement allowance. Gilgalad leveled up in our last game, so we will have a look and see what he becomes with his level up here. Oh, he rolls a 10. That means he can get a movement allowance. I would have probably gotten dodge if not, but why not one more movement allowance? He can make up for the movement allowance that Stallion lost. So let's validate that. Now these upgrades, they do give you a little bit more team value than a normal upgrade. So you should probably not take movement allowance on a piece that you don't need movement allowance on. But I, for one, I can't resist taking them because you don't get them very often, and its movement allowance is very useful on almost everything. It could be a question. I think the only time I personally have said no to one of these stat upgrades is when I rolled an agility up for my Croxigore on my Lizardman team. He starts with 1 agility and he would have gotten 2 agility, and I still had to think about it hard before I decided to take one of his normal strength upgrades instead. But yeah, movement allowance is almost always, at least I can't think of any piece that I would rather have a non-special upgrade than a movement allowance. If I rolled 5-5, so I could have gotten a passing or strength skill, it's possible that I would have chosen one of the doubles skills instead of a movement on in some instances, but not in this instance. Gilgalad will have 7 movement from now on, at least for this last game. I don't know if we're gonna keep playing this team. Might be time to start a new team, might be time to play some different mode, or it might be time to just move on to a different game. I will have to decide on that later on. Anyway, our game today will be against a Bretonnian team called the Shining Swords. They have higher team value than we do because they have, well, 3 extra players: Dull Tom, Dull Bert, and Dull Mate, to complement Dull Earl. So that's their linemen. They are nothing special, but they do have a very annoying skill for bashy teams called Fend, which makes it so you can't follow them when you knock them back. Either if you knock them down or just push them, you can't follow, and that means Frenzy is useless against these linemen. This lineman has leveled up and gotten Kick and Strip Ball, so he can take the ball from the ball carrier if he can get to him. This one has Block, this one has Block as well. Other than the linemen, they have Blockers and Blitzers. Blitzers start with Block, and Blockers start with Wrestle. So you can't use Block against either of these. This one will just wrestle you down to the ground, and this one will just be a tie for. These guys have all gotten Dodge. I don't know if they start with Dodge. They do start with Dauntless, I know that. And they've all rolled a movement allowance as well, weirdly enough. So they're in movement 8 with Dodge and Block and Dauntless. So there'll be someone we need to look out for. Also, these 3 all have safe hands, and this guy has Leader, so they get an extra reroll as long as he's on the field. Now the Blockers, they don't have many level ups. This one has rolled a strength level up. That's very useful for a blocker. And then he's got guard on 2 of them. He has safe hands as well, so he has 4 players who can pick up the ball. And This guy has grab, so he can push us in any direction if he manages to win a tackle. And 4 rerolls with one additional one from the leader skill, so they have 5 rerolls per half. I see, that's where most of their team value is then. Good leveled up blitzers and blockers, well, some of them, and then a lot of rerolls and a lot of extra players. But that means we will get 130 extra to start the match, which is now, coincidentally. No. Why do we have a journeyman? That's strange. I thought Stallion would be back, and I don't remember anyone getting injured in the last game. Apparently he's not back. He was gone for more than one game. And I didn't count on that actually. But anyway, we will have a journeyman for this game then. I can't go back from here without forfeiting the game, and that would be unnecessary. But what will we do? Do we want to spend on... Well, it's the last game of the season. Let's get the wizard. We'll have 60,000. I guess we will have enough to buy a replacement after this if we should choose to continue with this team anyway. But for now, I think it's a final game. We need something spectacular to happen. Hopefully to something very disastrously spectacular for our opponents. So I will validate, and they will spend their inducement money. Well, they did before us. I don't know what they got. Can't check now. I should have checked before I got the wizard. So let's see if we can figure out if they bought something additional. Yeah, they're talking about the type of teams. These are the noble humans, if you what to say. They're a little bit different than normal human team, in that they have their peasants as linemen. I don't know what they're called, peasants, I think, at least, if I remember correctly. Their armor value is not very high, also, but the blockers and blitzers are their key players. They're pretty good at bashing with those players because they have skills. But they need to make a ball handler out of one player, either a blitzer or a blocker. So they can get an agility roll or a sure hands they can get, but alright, we will choose to receive the ball, I guess. The weather's nice, then we will get a first check on what they try to do. They also have strength 3 on most people, except this one who has strength 4, of course. So we will be on equal footing with them in regards to blocking. So if we put our dauntless guy near him, we could perhaps knock him down if we get an assist. And then they have fend, and this guy has to wrestle, so block won't do us any good. And they didn't put anyone in frenzy range, but I'm gonna put our lineman up front. And I guess our lineman is over here. I'm gonna put him as an assist over here. There's our thrower into the middle. There's another lineman. More assists. More assists. Then there's no real way to run past them. They put on a pretty tight defense. Well, actually, we could just run along the edge here, but we wouldn't be able to outrun them because they put their blitzers with 8 movement in the back here. So it would probably be better to stop somewhere and keep the ball on our side. Now we want to blitz. We don't really have anyone in blitzable position, so I'm going to put our blitzer here, and perhaps he can get whichever of these 3 we don't manage to get down. And then I put some runners up here, and we can choose where the ball goes and use the other ones to build a cage. Alright, I'm going to put them a little bit further back in case they get a long kick. Alright, save that setup for now. Hope we won't be using it again this match. Oh yeah, he has kicks, so he will make a precise kick here. Yeah, it's pretty long. We got an extra reroll as well. I don't want to use the wizard right now. We could use a wizard on these three, but I'd rather knock these guys down instead. So let's start by taking their strength guy here. Not with him, not with him. Do we only get one? Yeah, plus Dauntless, of course. Should have put him there and moved him up one, but too late for that now. Okay, let's knock this guy over. Why is that only one? Oh, he has guard. My mistake there. And he has fence, so we can't follow up. Is this guy? Yeah, he has guard, but he's the one I'm gonna try to tackle, so this will work then. Hopefully. Okay, let's do it from this side. Why is that only one now? Oh yeah, I should have knocked him from the other side. Okay, bad start to the game, but at least we got him down. And this should be a 2-die at least. Yeah. Okay, well, let's have him stay where he is and then take another shot at him. Push. Well, we didn't get him down. Maybe we can get him with our charging move. Okay, well, this guy then. Got Dauntless. We didn't need it because we knocked down everyone around first. So let's knock him to there. And let's not follow. He has 4 streets. He can be on his own over there. Now, the Blitz. We could get this guy now. As I planned to do. Yep, it worked. Can't follow, so our frenzy didn't work, but this punch works, so he's now out of the drive here. Very good. Alright, where do we want to put the ball carrier? Can only move to up to here without going for it, so let's move some players back to around there. I guess we could throw a little pass, but we can do that later. I'm gonna put some people around here and move this one back here so they can't sneak past easily. And then I'm gonna go for the ball. And now, since I'm in the way, I can't get over there. But this is good enough, I think. He might be able to run all the way up here. Either going for it. Yeah. I don't think he will though. Well, he might. Yeah, he's trying to. Marking with this guy. Perhaps getting the block with this guy. Who has extra movement. We'll see. He seems to be interested in moving around our linemen at least. He's not moving into covering position here. He might be trying to tackle this guy then. Okay, he's putting up a screen. And one person runs in. Let's see, he blitzes. No, he's going for the ball actually. Interesting. Single die, only gets a push. We should be able to knock them back again. Let's go. Knock him down. This will only be a single die, but if we move this guy up here, or back here, should be able to get him down. Yeah, that's a good roll. Okay, so where do we want to go with the ball now? Could try to move up this side, it's open. Could give it to Legolas and have Legolas move all the way over here. We'd still be caught by this guy unless we move someone in to cover him. We also would need to cover this guy. That would be more difficult. We could try to knock this blocker down. Maybe not with Frenzy, that's a bit dangerous in this position. Yeah, normal knockdown. Don't want to follow there. I think I'll stay, thank you. Can also knock this blocker down. Let's use this guy because it doesn't really matter. I'll follow on that. It's not as frightening. Alright, so where do we want to put the ball? How far can we run? We can run up to here. We pass it to Evandar, we can run all the way up here. Can everyone here get further than that? You can get to here. Alright. I think then we do this. You up there. You up here. And you. And blitz someone first. Not this guy, he's... Why would that be... Okay. That's better. Can we move you up here? No, if you move you up here... Let's see, how far can you run? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would have needed one more to actually knock this guy. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Perhaps we should wait with that until we've done this. Why is this only a 67% pass? Is the weather bad? Oh, it's very sunny. Okay, no pass then, just a handoff. Okay, we had to use the catch skill there. Because he failed the first attempt. Alright, there we go. Now knock him over and then move out here if you can. Stay. We don't need to move as far. And one going for it. Yeah, that works. And he shouldn't be able to go through here without dodging if he wants to reach the ball carrier. There we go. He's trying to get in front of us, as expected. He needs to. And then he's going for our catchers down here, which is less expected, but maybe he didn't find anything else he wanted to do with that player. Once we're down, need to get up. There's one who can go almost all the way out to the side. Still, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 2 going for it if I want to score without dodging. 1 going for it if we dodge through this guy's tackle zones. Or I could... Oh, he's going for that dodge between us. Didn't think he'd go for that. He gets a single die, fails the roll, but re-rolls, and he gets, well, a block. So, it's not good enough. It does make it so we can't really score, though, without dodging. Well, we could tackle this guy down and then dodge away from this guy who doesn't have tackle, so we get a free re-roll. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 going for it would be needed. Heavenor doesn't get a free reroll on that, but it would be possible. Now, what do I want to do here? I think I'm gonna start by taking this guy down, so we have an open road to the end zone. Is he the strength 4 guy? Yes, but I have Dauntless, so this should be a... Well, I would want to push him this way, actually. I can. Got Dauntless. Let him down. And I am gonna move back in case this dodge here fails, or in case the other stuff I want to do first fails. Because I want to throw a few blocks against these guys. While we have someone who's less strong than us. I want to try and do a few hits here. There's one, that didn't work. Yes, fend, so I can't follow, but I didn't want to follow anyway because I wanted 2 dice here. And that won't work because he has dodge. That's worse. Wait, it will work? Oh, that's catch. My classic mistake. I do want to follow up here, and since he doesn't have fend, that will be okay. And now this guy. Okay, that's just a push. Fine. I'll settle for that. This guy has 3 strength, so we can take him down. Let's put someone else in here so we get the +1. Yes, thank you. And there we got our first armor break. They have 8 armor, so they shouldn't be that difficult to break. And the peasants only have 7 armor, so they're weakest in the game so far. There's nothing who has less than 7 armor, unless you've gotten injured. Alright, finally, I think this guy needs to go down. We'll get Frenzy here as well. Didn't need it. No armor break, and let's see if we can dodge out and possibly run in a touchdown here. We had to use dodge, and the goat worked well. Okay, and his first score. Evandar, of course, happy with himself. And we're happy with our team. We managed to make a lot of dodges and tackles. Unfortunately, we knocked one guy out. Well, that's not unfortunate. Unfortunately, we didn't knock more than one guy out. You'll have plenty of replacements for him. We had 3 extra, as you remember. So now we have to be on the defense, and it seems our defensive setup is the same as always, except, as always, our thrower is trying to get on the front line. We don't want that. We want linemen on the front. We don't want both blitzers on the same side. Now if we get a blitz here, I could actually get someone out here. If we manage... well, if he keeps this setup, which he might not do. I am gonna have our frenzy guy on this side, because if I can push someone out, I want to push this guy out. So this guy should go on this side. Lineman, yeah, that's good. Save the setup, please, so we don't have to move our thrower next time. I think it saves automatically in game. The saving is between games, but if you restart your game client before the next game, then it won't be saved next time you enter. You have to start from scratch again, which I think is a little bit of a mistake in the programming there. I think it should save your team's setups. I also think you should be able to name them, as I mentioned. Like I could name this one something with protection on the sides, not against frenzy, something like that. Okay, some fancy name with abbreviations and everything, so I'd know that, oh well, I can't use this against a team who has frenzy blitzers because they would push these outer players off. These guys don't have frenzy though. It should be fine. Who's gonna pick up the ball? He had many players who had extra. Looks like this guy. He has safe hands. Yep, he got it. And here comes the blitz. This guy didn't have frenzy, right? No. Good. Okay. He's pushing him towards the line, but not over it. And now, if he doesn't get Legolas? No, Geoline down, then we can get one of these guys off the field. Now he's making short work of our linemen. And the peasants are getting in. Oh, they're actually not called peasants, they're called linemen. Anyway, he's not a peasant. He took offense to that. Whoops. He's very injured, but it's no long-term effect, so he should be back for the next game. Also, it was Horthian Pathon, who's the journeyman for this game. Seems like journeyman doesn't have much luck against us. Alright, now, how do we want to do this? I think I might just stand you guys up. I should probably dodge away. These are both his movement allowance 8 players. One of them should be able to be pushed off here, but we need someone to guard the other one. I could stand this guy up and then push this guy off, but I'd end up with 2 players on the edge here. Yeah, if he stands there, then he can just easily push him out next time, unless we can't blitz them both. So I think I don't want to stand him up. I want to do this first and then dodge him out to here, and then we will have some sort of protection. But for that, then I would need someone. Here and here. It's a bit of a commitment, really. Maybe we can just do it with one die. Right, let's put our thrower over here. A little bit of support. Let's go for... Should have put him there. No, then I couldn't have dodged him out afterwards. Oh, of course, I can just move away from here after I'm done. This will only be one die. I want him here. This would be a bad dodge though. What do we do? Put someone over here. Guess we have to. But then still only be one die here. I messed this up a little bit. Let's see if it works anymore. And I messed it up even more, I think. I can't really surf him. I wouldn't even put someone out there. I can't do it with that roll anyway. So let's do it this way then. You get out of there. You back away and go over here. Okay, well, not what I planned. I would have needed to push him. I could have gotten him out of there, but I couldn't get him out of there. That would have been a bit risky though. Okay, let's not dwell on that. Let's try and get our players in better positions here. I already moved you, yes. This is a dodge. This is not a dodge, it's a fail actually. But we have 5 rerolls for the next 5 turns, so why not? There's no reason not to use one. Unless we get extra turn somehow. Okay, we actually have an opening here, I didn't see that. Let's go up here with our blitzer. We could mark this guy off, but we don't have any blitz left for this turn, so I'm just gonna stand along a line here and see if he tries to break through one of these guys. The other one should be able to get down and support. End the turn. Alright, I could have maybe used... This would have been 3 players on a fireball. This would have been 3. I'm gonna look if I can get 4 or more players with 1 fireball. I'm gonna try to remember to use the wizard. This looks like a 4-player situation here, especially if he builds a cage around this player here. Then we can have some fun. Yeah, he's gonna have at least 4 players in this area. He's a bit concerned about Legolas up here as well. He's definitely moving over to this side. What's he gonna do here then? I think he's gonna tackle Geolarn to there, and then stand this guy after it succeeds. Alright, he put 3 guys back and instead blitzed over here. That won't work, so he rerolls and gets a push instead. Okay, so 3 on 1 over there. This one, as I predicted. To here, probably, yes. And then he can stand him up. He's gonna go all the way over there. Okay, so only 4 players, so if we fireball here. That's pretty good, because if we succeed on all 4, then we have him, can take care of this blocker, and Pete Stardust, our thrower, can take care of Dagobert over here. So if I do that, if I use the wizard as my first move, I can still take my turn. Otherwise, the turn ends after you use the wizard. Okay, we got the ball carrier, we got stun, we got both of the linemen, we got 1 knockout on Dull Tom. And he gets a chance to use the apothecary, and we got the last one as well. That was a really lucky wizard use there. We got all 4. It's 50% if it works at all. And then if you get an armor break, then you can get stuns and knockouts as we saw. Alright, so, well, I was gonna say I can get this guy out now, but I can't really, because this is not our blitzer. Our blitzer is over here. No, where is he? Is he the one who's down? Yes, of course. So I would need to dodge out and go around all the way here. I don't think I can move that far. So do I want to stand him up for this? I think so. We'll be on the edge, but I think we'll be in a pretty safe position next turn if this one doesn't fail like it was nearly doing. Okay, because these guys would need to get through us. Get over there. Now we have someone who can pick up the ball if we get that far. I'm gonna move this lineman over here to support this little hit over here to get this guy hopefully down, at least out of our way. Yes, he goes down. Push him this way. And I'm not gonna follow, so we have a way open to here. Now, this guy's near the ball, so if we can get him away as well, then we have a really good chance. I'm gonna put a lineman next to him. And Artia here is the one who can move furthest if we manage to pick up the ball. So maybe we should blitz with Solas, who has block. I think I'm gonna do it like this. Yes. I don't have dodge, so it's pretty easy to knock them away. There we go. Now we have 2 players on the ball, he has none. I'm gonna put a 3rd player on the ball here. And then, how far can you get? Alright, why not? You can go over there. And then I'm gonna try to pick up the ball here. But I don't think I'll move anywhere. I'll stay in this cage here. Even though he has people who will get up, he will be able to perhaps tackle us next turn wherever we stand in here. So I'm just gonna stay there. I think could move here, but nah, it still have a guy next to us. Here, which would be somewhere where there's no guy, but then he can easily run in. And a blitzer up here. Just dodge out if you can. Can't. And it's a turnover because we reduce a reroll somewhere else. Where do we use a reroll? Oh yeah, we rolled double skulls on the first attempt. Anyway, things are looking up. Thank you, Wizard. He's gonna try to put up some sort of defense here. He has to get up. Everyone who survived the blast and our tackles. If this guy gets up, he's gonna be on the edge. Oh, he's gonna try to get a single die through the gap in our cage here. Didn't manage to take our ball carrier down. He's dodging this guy out to help out in the ball situation over here. Okay, so that's all he did. Now can we clear this up? These guys have fend, so they're a bit annoying. I can't really make sure to push this guy out of the way. He doesn't have... well, he has wrestle, so... it would be... single die as well. That's not great. Get this guy... ah, that's the 4 strength guy. And we have many people up here. He's also blocked, he's blocked. He's blocked, he's blocked, he's blocked, he's blocked. We don't have enough people out there. Maybe some of them would have to stay in tackle zones, unfortunately. Actually, I can probably do it like this. Okay, move someone in here, then knock him, hopefully down. That'll work, that'll work. He didn't have block, he had fend. He didn't have, I thought he had wrestle first, so that was what I thought would work. Then we can do this because we have 2 extra guys on him. And if we follow on that... Oh, we didn't manage to get him down. Oh, we can't follow, he has 7. Never mind. Right, so we didn't get our ball carrier free that easily. So any guy over here have guard? No. 4 strength? No. Okay, this guy has definitely not have 4 strength. We need to blitz this guy but away from us. I guess we could do something like this. Try to get him away from the ball carrier. Yes, that'll work. Fend all you like, you're still going down. And you're dead. Dull Earl is dead. Now, he's level 2, so he might use his apothecary, but he didn't. He let him die. So it's not our fault he died, he let him die. I'm gonna make a little somersault in celebration, and then I'm gonna reroll that somersault. And instead move into position to help this guy. Push this guy away. So there we are. Now, you don't normally save a lineman as a Bretonnian, I suppose. I think I might have tried to save him. We could dodge away from him and try to help up here so we can perhaps knock one of them away, and then we put someone here. We want to dodge into trouble. Let's start with this one. I think we can get 2 punches in over here. First here. I have to follow to be free from the guard over here to get this one. These are the leaders, so if we can get him out of the game, it would be awesome. No armor break though. That would get rid of one of their rerolls for the next half if we got him out of the game. Now, I don't want to really try and move here. We had to do so much blocking that we couldn't really free ourselves up to advance, but I think the blocking part went pretty well. One of the guys is out of it. May he rest in peace, I suppose. Now he's a little bit further from the ball carrier, so we might not have to clear out everyone over here. The 4 strength guy though is going to try and be a pain, and he's having some success. And he's going to try a single die. That'll be a wrestle. That'll be a fail. So that's nice. Okay, so we have 2 people over here, but this is the 4 strength guy. We need 1 more. We can stand Yolarn up and then punch him with Gilgalad. And that would get him off the ball carrier. I think that's a decent plan. Should we let him wrestle us? I think that's better than letting him stand next to us. Right, if he doesn't wrestle there, he goes down anyway because of block, so... But if you're playing the AI and you don't have block, don't choose him both down, because he won't use wrestle to save himself from going down if the turn will end otherwise. Okay, we can move someone here and knock him out. I don't know if I want to do that though, because that's going backwards. If we can get this guy down, we could do it. And then if we stay there, we could perhaps, with a little bit of assistance, take him down as well. We take him down though, and then we would need to blitz someone to get through here anyway. But if you do it, success. Go over there so we have some room. Stay where you are. Alright, now we could try and move up to around here if we can get this guy out of the way as well. Lineman. Catcher. This is Stallion, our injured catcher. So he is in the game, but who's out of the game then? I'd have to make a check. Maybe someone got a misses next game in the last game without me realizing it. Okay, let's try and get this guy out of the way, at least to here. Yeah, that'll be a push. Is there anything else I want to do? Not really. I'm gonna try to go down. Yeah, that's much better. There we go. And then move to here. Actually, it's there. We'll have trouble getting around now. And you will run to up here. And then we're gonna put someone next to these guys. It's only one more turn, so why not score here? Now we could, with his assist, make one more block here. With his assist, we can make one more block here. But then we wouldn't have anyone to stand over there. So I think I'm gonna say no to this block. And instead move Stallion to here. Be in the way. And then I'm gonna try to dodge out of this one to here. There we go. And then I can try this one. Put a thrower in here. And then which one do we want to go for? I guess the thrower should be protected by tradition. There we go, follow up. Alright. Should have an easy time scoring next turn. Unless he makes this guy dodge out twice and then go for us. They're not as good at dodging as we are, so if he tries that, it will be a gamble. He does have rerolls to use, though. He has 2 left and 2 turns. Someone stands up and he's not going for it. Instead he's going for a thrower. And in doing so he's putting himself in a dangerous position out here. Single die. Well, that's only making matters worse for yourself. Well, this would be a single die, but it would maybe be worth it. Maybe be worth it. Can we do something else? We could actually, if we blitz here, we can push him into him, and then get a, put someone else here, get a 2 die. This would only be a single though. Who do we want to do it with? Legolas. We could easily get there. If we want someone in assist, we would need to dodge Geolan out here. He doesn't have tackle, but it is a dice roll. We have rerolls, so why not try it? That's why we should try it, I suppose. I do want to reroll that, please. Oh, that's unlucky. We rolled double ones. So we lost our touchdown because of that. But it was a... well, it wouldn't have been a surf the first day, I realize now. Now instead this guy's gonna get pushed out. That's sad. At least he didn't get injured. Or knocked out at all. This guy will also get knocked down. And this guy will not get knocked down. Alright. This will be our 1 die, right? Just a push. I think that's all he can do here. He'll probably run some people over here, but wouldn't be enough to keep us from scoring if we had another turn. But we don't, so that's the end of the first half. A little bit of a mishap there at the end. But other than that, it was a pretty good half. Not for this guy. Dull Earl. Who is now not with us anymore. Just leave him there as a moral boost for the rest of his team, who all gets up because of the moral boost. And now he has 3 reserves. We also have an injury. That's of course the loner. Let's see if I can figure out who's not on the team today. Right, we need someone else on the front lines. How was he up there? And let's move you to the side now. Artia, all our catchers are here. Shandia, Solas, Israel, Fantibilan. It's Varsuvius that's not here. I guess they had a misses next game injury. I thought it was just a badly hurt, meaning they miss the rest of the current game injury. We don't have our kicker in position apparently. I just put him on the line there, I suppose. Again, that's the problem with putting kick on a lineman. You never remember. That was a pretty good kick though, it bounced out though. So we get a free pickup on any player. He chose this blitzer, has 8 movement and not dodge but block. Well, wrestle I guess, right? No, actually block. If you want to carry the ball, block is of course better than wrestling, because you don't want to go down if you hold the ball. Okay. Moving over to our left side. Shifting most of the team over there. I suppose they will be making some blocks up here. They put their guard blockers there to get extra dice on the blocks up there. That's not good enough. He has someone who has dodge. That's not good enough against someone who has block. We'll push him back though. That's also not good enough. And finally, that's another push. So, lots of pushing going on. You could say he's pushing his luck. Yeah. Okay, this guy will be pretty easy to get a good shot at. We could put people up here. We need 2 more people over here to get this guy down. And someone over here as well. That'll be more dangerous. I think it's better to just dodge him away from that. Let's try and get this guy down now. They both have block, he has wrestle. So let's go for it with our lineman. That would work nicely. Good roll so far. Except for that dodge in the end of the first half, which was, of course, 2 1s in a row to fail that. I got greedy and tried the back and the, what do you call it, the surf. Okay, we can try to nibble away at the guy at the end here, or we could try to put 2 people here, or 1 person there, and punch this guy out of the way. Maybe it's better to thin them out over here, and the linemen are the one with lower armor, so okay, let's put a catcher up there. You've already moved, right? Yes. Oh, right. We need to tackle with the other catcher. That'll work. Unless he gets Fen. Well, let's get Fen, but he's going down. There's troubles. I'm gonna put him there. for some extra support. We can break through over here, but if we put our thrower out here, I don't think we'll get very far. Okay, let's now spread out a bit, so we have good coverage. You want to run someone around the side, as we normally do? I think so. To here we can go safely. And then just shuffle around a little bit here to deny him all forward progress. Something like this. And he'll have to move into our tackle zones. He can blitz one of us, but I think we have pretty wide coverage if we were to... Oh, we can't do it when it's not our turn. I'm gonna look at our tackle zones here. Did he move the ball carrier there? Yes. He's building the cage. And he's moving up people to cover our threat upfield. As he normally does. He normally overcommits to this player, so we can lure some people away from the ball. We don't have another wizard to use. It would be nice, but very overpowered if you get to use it once per half. I do think you get to use the apothecary once per half. There we go. He's getting rid of the forward threat. He's not going to be able to do it though with his dodge ability up there. It's really frustrating to take down someone with dodge and block if you don't have tackle. And he hasn't picked tackle for anyone. There we go. So he's sort of really over guarded over here. So we have pretty easy time. Well, this is a 4 strength, so not as easy. But if we wanted, we could just place someone here and then go directly for the ball carrier through here, because he's marked. No, he has a guard, okay. So we do need to take him down then. How do we go about doing that? We would need... Our Dauntless guy would be pretty good at that, but then we wouldn't have anyone to blitz over here. So if we wanted to take him out with Gilgalad, we would need 2 people. Let's try. Let's put the thrower up here. Thrower up. Hope he doesn't throw up. Okay, that's worse than the first joke I tried to make. There we go. Alright. Another knockdown. We'll place him over here so we have some more. Why not follow in? There we go. Now we have extra on the ball carrier as well. And we can use our blitzer for that. He has Dauntless, but he doesn't get any benefits from that. And he wouldn't, because we're the one tackling. I'm gonna reroll that. And, well, didn't do anything. So I'm not gonna push it any further. This is good enough. And you're gonna back away instead. And also you're gonna back away with your dodging ability. And they'll have to again try and you want to push forward here a bit maybe to deny him some space. It will be kind of difficult to maintain our safe tackle zone. If we look here, we can see that our tackle zone is too wide at all places. So you can't just dodge through one square to get through it. You have to at least, well, you can blitz someone, but then you use your blitz. You can blitz through over here, but you can't dodge through unless you're very good at dodging. And he doesn't have any dodging. I don't think he had dodge on anyone, did he? Maybe one of these guys? No, it's catch he's picked. I thought it was dodge first, but of course it's catch. So he's more of a passing player then. Okay, it looks like he thinks we have the ball over here. Because he's very concerned. He's putting at least 3 people in guard over here, and put another one over here. Yeah, he's gonna put 4 people guarding Evandar. And then he's gonna blitz with the guy who he knocked down and get his revenge. That's not the guy who knocked you down, actually. Okay, so now he has 4 players around the ball, counting the ball carrier as one. One is as kind of a line, 2 on this guy, and then another 4 up here. So we're definitely outnumbering him here now. Can easily stand him up and get a block on this guy again, and he goes down again. I'm gonna try to knock them this way, so if we get the ball, we have this side all open for ourselves. Follow in, and in that spirit, I'm also gonna try to knock this guy out here if we can get to the ball. It's not good. Okay, there we go. That should knock the ball loose. And it bounced that way. Well, that's unfortunate. So let's then... Do we try to go for that? We'll have at least 4 people around it next time. How much of a difficult pickup would it be for our thrower, I suppose? It'll be a 50-50 chance. We've already used our reroll. If we fail, he might drop it backwards, which would be good for us. He might drop it to here, which would be bad. Our thrower will be knocked down next turn. But if he drops it backwards, then it's going to be very good for us. And if he drops it to the side, it will bounce. And, well, this side will be pretty bad. But actually, before we try that, why don't we dodge you out, move you one in, and move one of you guys over to this side, so if it bounces to this side, we won't immediately get scored at. We're kind of caught up here. This would be a difficult dodge, even for our dodge player. That's the easiest one, I think. And he'd still be in a bit of a precarious position. So I want to try this first. 50%. If it does succeed, it doesn't. And he didn't get it either. But see, it landed on this side. Unfortunately now we have pretty good protection over him. Let's bring in a 5th guy on Evandar, so he can't get away. And a 6th. There we go. He's very dangerous. Actually, now we have 4 guys next to him, we can move this guy away. And he's gonna stand up and bring in another one to blitz him. This should be a triple die. And he still didn't get him down, because he has dodge. It's actually a pretty good chance to roll 1 defender down when you roll triple dice. I think it's 33, I can't actually remember I think it's 50% or more at least. If you do it twice, you're really annoyed that you haven't got it. And he didn't get it. He's gonna get our thrower down though. And he's gonna knock his own player out of the position of guarding. Still just gonna stand him up though. 3rd attempt with our catcher. We could have wrestled him there, but he wants him down. Couldn't get it though. And well, you see he committed like half his team to that and still didn't manage it. So as you can see, he's now very, very weak on this side. We can easily knock him over. Perhaps, well, anyone really can pick up the ball now. We'd want our thrower, but then we'd have to blitz this guy, I suppose. How far can these guys get? They can't really... They can get to the other side, but it will take some going for it. That's his most mobile piece as well. If we want to be really evil, we could do some creative dodging and get Evandar in a defensive position. I don't want him near the edge though. I think I'll just dodge like this if I want to get out of there. Because if we fail, it's better than to be failing over here. However, let's start by getting this guy down. Strength 3 should be no problem. Here's our blitzer. There we go. I'm actually gonna follow. Got a stun there, good. Because I don't want this guy to be free. Raymond the Scarface. This is the strength 4 guy, okay, so we would need a lot of people over here if we want to take him out. Maybe we should just try the dodge. And then toss it out here, or hand it over here. Let's try this. Alright, he made it. How difficult would this pass be? It would be a 50% pass with a reroll, so 75% chance. And then a 1 in 36 of failing. If we handed it off instead, we would still need to pass later. And the sun is making that difficult. How far could you run with it? Over to here, that would bring many players into range. Let's try to pass. I would have liked to move some more players out here if we knew I was gonna do this, but well, he used the pass skill. It looks like he got it. Alright, here we go. So let's move up here. There's no real point in going for it. We still have a none going for it until the next run. Next spot. So now I still want to take this guy out, I think. And then move some people through here. So let's move the Prince up there. That's 1. Let's move Solas up there. That's 2. And I need someone over on him. Can this work? No. I'm not gonna reroll that. I still think he has a difficult time if he wants to reach us. I think this guy. No, he can't reach. Yeah, it's because he has movement 8 on the other guys. Alright, yeah, he still needs at least 5 people to cover Evanor. He could actually knock Evanor out now with a few pushes. Okay, there's the... he tries to dodge out with the 4 strength guy. Only a 67% chance. Just reroll it though, so it's a 1 in 9 to get it. Actually an 8 in 9 to get it, but he failed it. So we can easily score now. And, well, I could perhaps knock this lineman over. I could do something else as well, but okay, let's at least knock one lineman over. And I'm gonna, since I'm not gonna do anything else, I'm gonna bring so many people over here that it'll be a triple die. That's +3, we need +4 to be over 50%. But would have need to be more than double. This strength is 3, ours is 3, with these it would be 6 against 3. But with 7 against 3 we would get 3 die. You can't get more than 3 die even if you have like 10 times. Defend all you like, you're going down. And, well, you don't get hurt. You only get stunned. That's good enough. And I think there won't be any going for this. There will be one going for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright! Stallion. He has reduced movement allowance. Oof. But he has sure feet, so he re-rolled that automatically and got the touchdown. He's back! And he scores. That's one for the fans. His fans, if he has any. I think there will be quite a low chance that he has any fans, considering. Anyway, 2-0, 3 more turns. I think our setup is good. Except, I remember, let's get our our kicker into the right position here. That's where we should be. No? That's not our kicker? That is our kicker. They're not on the line. They're in between the... between those. So we should have gotten to use the kick skill there, by all accounts. But as I mentioned, it's a little bit buggy. Sometimes you don't get it, even though you follow all the rules for it. Okay, he didn't manage to catch it. It would have been great if it landed there. I had a match against another player where I had a big guy, like a rat ogre. No, it wasn't a rat ogre, it was a croxigore. And I put them on the center line, and he put all his players like out here because he didn't want to face the croxigore. And then I took the kickoff, and the ball landed one square in front of the croxigore. So he couldn't get to it without actually. And he also had we got a high kick, so he needed to move someone to where the ball was landing. It was very funny. Alright, this is also funny because he rolls double skulls and then he re-rolls into a block, and of course Shandia is almost the only one on the team that doesn't have block right now. The only one who has leveled up at least. The thrower as well, I suppose. Okay, he's again going towards the lineman. It's gonna be a push and knock back for the already downed person. Okay, well, 3 more turns. Ball's over here. He has a solid line. Our guys are mostly on their backs. We have Frenzy Guy. Where do we have Frenzy Guy here? Could get to this guy if we stand up here and put someone here. Is it worth it? Shandia, our kicker. Alright, let's sacrifice you once. Put someone here. Before we do this checking, yes, that will be a 2-die. You're gonna stand up. We would like to have someone over here. I'm gonna try to dodge out first. And I'm gonna dodge out here as well. Okay. Here we go then. That won't be a surf. Maybe for the best. He would have a chance to surf us back if we did that. No, he wouldn't, because we would have moved afterwards because we blitzed. I'm gonna stand over here. See if he overcommits over here. And then moves the ball carrier to here, perhaps. We'd have to move away from it first. Okay, he moves behind there. More people around the ball. He's probably gonna leave this side now. He spreads out a little bit. He should knock Shandia over though. Can't allow them to be standing there in contact with the cage. This guy wants to be served, but unfortunately our frenzy person is on the other side. There we go. He's getting up. He tried to dodge, he fails. Leave the dodging to the pros, actually. Would be better for you. Yeah, that won't work. He's down again. Okay, where do we have? Do we have any chance to get to the ball? This is the second to last turn. We need someone in scoring position after this turn if we're to score at all. Can we get to the ball? Maybe if we blitz here. No. We can knock this guy back here. We dodge someone in and then push him. And push here and then push him out. That's too much work. Let's move Evandar, our catcher, up into a catching position. Let's say here. Then, this is a strength 3. could blitz him. If we want to blitz, we might want to blitz someone else. If I were to move a lineman in here, he doesn't have guard. Oh, he has guard. That's not as good then. Does he have guard? No. So if we put someone there, we could blitz him for a single die. He has fend anyway. Okay, let's try to take this guy down then. We need to blitz him or take a single die. This is not as good. Let's just take this guy out then. At least something. Perhaps we could put ourselves in contact. That won't work. I'm saving the reroll for next time. Looks like we'll definitely need it. I'll put some people around here. I'm gonna move you also up in a scoring position here. And then I'm gonna leave him open over here. But I'm not gonna give him an easy access to it. I'm gonna surround. And we're gonna keep the thrower back here. And I think we'll dodge out here. Or not. That's not good. Alright, don't use the reroll. Oh, he's injured. That's worse than I thought. He missed his next game. Too bad. That wasn't really good at all, because now he has a free road past us here. Maybe that will leave us with an opening to go to the war carrier. Probably not though. Should have stood him up first. Moved. Left the other guy up standing. I was thinking the other way around, that the guy standing is the one who needs to get away to not get tackled. The guy who's down can be okay, but I didn't think about him actually having a open path through our line here. Yeah, we're not getting the ball out of that. Not without super dodge. And then he'll score. He might score anyway here, but we have a lead, so it's not the end of the world. Bad way to end the season though. Let's try to prevent this touchdown at least. Too bad we don't have a wizard still. Just gonna take a double die on our blitzer. Just the push. Can we do anything here? Of course I ran all our dodge players up field. Should we have a third one? Is he out? No. Catcher, thrower, lineman, blitzer. Lineman. Don't we have 3 catchers? Oh, there he is. Well, he's in a position to perhaps. I don't like those odds. At least these guys don't have guard. You push one of them. You get around here. 2 going for it. And then you with 2 going for it there. But then you just blitz one of them out of the way and you have an open attempt at scoring. I think we need to do it the other way. Put you there. You up there. Put you down here. You get a free reroll, so 1 in 3 chance times 2. That's about 40%, 55% to get there, and then we'd have to make the roll as well. We don't get a reroll if he fails to dodge. Right, sorry. This is score for them. And Stallion's knocked out. We needed a 5+. We rolled 4, re-rolled into 4. Oh well. I guess this is gonna end with nothing. I was pretty sure they had another tap. Oh well. Again, that's something I've made a mistake of before. And well, we gained enough winnings to have some extra 12 fan factor. And the lineman who got injured on turn 2 wants to join our team. I don't think so. And apparently I've reached level 20 on the coach level, which is the maximum level, so that's nice. For some reason the coach level doesn't do anything in the game, except you get some in-game coins to spend, which you can really only spend on joining online leagues, I think. Anyway, why were we playing in the Horned Rat then? That's not our field, is it? I'm pretty sure our field is called something with Zoosa. Anyway, they had one death, we had one armor break, and that was a death. No, we had a stun. Anyway, yes. I think we had one injury inflicted from them. We had also one injury inflicted, and that was a kill. So they were a bit unlucky. They should have used their apothecary on that. In hindsight, I should have used the apothecary on our injury. We outblocked them, not by as much as I thought. And we actually held the ball for 50% of the time. We scored twice. I don't think there's any more stats here that's of any interest. And that will be the whole season then. Oh, and Journeyman got the MVP, unfortunately, so no SPP for us for that. We got 1 pass, 2 touchdowns, and 1 kill. So there you go. That's the end of the season. The competition is over. High Elf, value 1540, wins 15, draw 0, loss 0, rank 1. And then you can just play another season with the same team, if you want. Or you can quit the league and join another league with the same team. But not all leagues allow teams that aren't new. Most online leagues only allow new teams. There are some that only allow 1500 plus or something like that. But if you want to join a league, you usually have to create a new team. So I don't know what to do with this team now. Let's have a look. Right, we had 2 level ups in that last game. Well, let's level them up. It doesn't matter anymore if we're not gonna continue. So yeah, of course we're gonna roll 10s now. Jolang Bronzeleaf gets another movement. We're getting quite a lot of movement now. Seems to be this team's specialty. Or they're just doing it to spite Stallion, the lost one. Maybe we had to sacrifice 1 movement to get plus movement for everyone else. Evandar, our catcher, also levels up. He doesn't get movement. Close though. And what did I want? I would probably like sure feet so we can run further without stumbling. Alright, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the season, and I hope you had fun, and that you're at least have gotten to know these players, the High Elves, and how they work, and how the AI work, and perhaps how I play. But if you want to see more Blood Bowl, then please leave likes and comments and support for the series, and then I might try something different next time. Or, well, if a lot of people like it, I could continue playing High Elves. But I think personally I prefer a more bashy team. Someone who can knock down the opponents and sort of get a man advantage for the second half. Something like that. I kind of like trying to figure out how to get double dice blocks in tight situations, and not just try to dodge everyone out and stand one square away and let the opponents have the what do you say, the initiative. But all in all, it was a nice season. So I hope to see you next time, whenever that will be. And thank you very much for following the team through the season. But until next time we see each other, goodbye from me, and take care.